Now we're going to be talking about writing for the web. Not writing essays, not writing reports, and not writing academic papers. We're talking specifically about writing for screens. This is for real users who are busy, distracted, and trying to accomplish something quickly. Web writing is the process of creating and editing content specifically for digital platforms, websites, blogs, social media, and landing pages. It's different from print writing. Why? Because online users behave differently. They scan, they skim, they jump around the page. Unlike books or reports, web writing must prioritize scannability, brevity, structure, SEO, and clear action. If users have to work hard to understand your message, they leave. Web writing is different. Writing for the web is not the same as writing essays or reports. Web writing is task-oriented, scan-friendly, structured, concise, action-driven, and designed for screens. Users are not sitting down to read for pleasure. They are trying to accomplish something. The first step is understanding user intent. Before writing anything, ask, why is someone on this page? What problem are they trying to solve? What action do they need to take? And what questions do they have? If you don't understand intent, your writing will miss the mark. Web content must support user goals, not just describe your business. Here's an example. Business-centered might say something like, our company has proudly provided innovative solutions since 1998. A user-centered solution is get affordable web design in 7 days. Notice the difference? The second version focuses on what the user wants. Users care about their problems, not your history. You need to write for scanning, not reading. Research from the Nielsen-Norman Group shows users read only about 20 to 28% of page text. That means headings must communicate meaning on their own. Lists work better than long paragraphs, and keywords should stand out. If your content only works when fully read, it's not going to work online. Here's a scannable example. This is a dense paragraph listing services. It feels overwhelming. Now look at the revised version. We have taken the information and created a bulleted list. It's the same content, but it's much easier to process. Lists create visual breaks, they reduce cognitive load, and they help users move quickly. Front-load important information. Web readers decide quickly if content is relevant. You need to put the most important information first. This is called the inverted pyramid structure. Lead with value, then explain the details. Here's an example of front-loading. Instead of slowly building up to the point, start with increase your web traffic in 30 days with our proven SEO strategy. This first sentence serves as a hook. It's immediately clear and immediately valuable. Once we have the user's attention, then we explain how we do this. It's important to use clear, direct language. Web writing should be simple, concrete, specific, and use an active voice. You should avoid academic tone, jargon, long sentences, and filler words. Clarity beats sophistication every time. Here's an example of passive versus active. In the first passive example, you can see that it says the report can be downloaded by clicking the button below. In our active example, it just says download the report below. It's shorter, clearer, and more direct. Active voice drives action. Keep your paragraphs short. Large blocks of text discourages reading. A general guideline is to use 1 to 4 sentences per paragraph and only discuss one main idea per paragraph. White space also improves readability. Here's an example of how we can break it up. Instead of one long 8-sentence block, we can break it into short paragraph, and bulleted list. This solution reduces cognitive load, and it makes the page feel lighter, even if the word count stays similar. It's important to use meaningful headings. Headings are not decoration. They should clearly describe the section, help users scan, and stand alone without context. Users often read only headings before deciding to continue. Here's an example of a weak versus a strong heading. The weak heading just says overview. The strong heading says how our pricing works. The second one answers a question. Good headings reduce uncertainty. Use lists strategically. Lists will increase comprehension, reduce scanning time, and improve hierarchy. You can use them for steps, features, comparisons, or benefits. Lists are powerful UX tools. Here's a list example. Instead of hiding benefits inside a sentence, break them into bullets. This increases clarity and emphasis. The message becomes easier to remember. Highlight keywords carefully. Use bold for important terms, critical information, and action phrases. But don't bold entire paragraphs, overuse emphasis, or create visual clutter. Highlighting should guide the eye, not overwhelm it. Here's an example of emphasis. We have the sentence that says, complete your registration by Friday to secure your spot. In the second example, we've bolded some of the text. These are key details, and it helps them to stand out. Users don't have to search for what matters. Strong calls to action. Web content should guide users. Weak CTAs are something like submit, click here, learn more. A stronger CTA is download the free guide, start your free trial, or view pricing. CTAs should be specific, communicate value, and reduce hesitation. Never make users guess what's going to happen next. Optimize your web page for mobile use. Mobile increases scanning behavior. On mobile, shorter paragraphs are critical. Headings must be clear. Buttons must be descriptive, and white space matters even more. A paragraph that feels short on a desktop can feel overwhelming on a phone. Design and writing must adapt. Maintain tone and brand voice. Web writing must match the brand identity. Consider formal versus conversational, playful versus authoritative, technical versus accessible. Tone should match audience expectations. Here's a tone example. A law firm might say, schedule a consultation. A creative agency might say, let's build something amazing. Same goal, different tone. Audience matters. Improve readability level. Most web content performs best at about an 8th grade reading level. Why? It offers faster processing, wider accessibility, and lower cognitive load. Clear writing reaches more people. Simple doesn't mean unintelligent, it means efficient. Microcopy matters. Microcopy is small interface text that guides the users. Examples are error messages, form labels, placeholder text, and button text. These tiny pieces have a huge impact. Here's a microcopy example. If we see something that says invalid input versus the more helpful approach, please enter a valid email address with an example of how we want that information formatted. The second version reduces frustration. Good microcopy prevents confusion before it happens. Design and writing work together. Web writing is part of UX design. Good content supports hierarchy, works with typography, respects spacing, and matches the layout. Even beautiful design cannot fix unclear writing. Content and design are partners. Common mistakes include writing like an academic essay, over-explaining, ignoring user goals, using generic headings, using long, dense paragraphs, creating weak or unclear calls to action, and keyword stuffing for SEO. If users feel overwhelmed, they're going to leave. Good web writing is clear, concise, structured, scannable, action-oriented, user-focused. If users must work hard to understand your content, then you've already lost them. Let's analyze an example. This is the hero section of a web page. When you first review examples, ask the following questions. How quickly can you understand the message? What words feel unnecessary? Where would you stop reading? Does it guide action? And is it written for the business or the user? Common problems are that it's too long, vague, business-centered, there's no clear benefit, and no call to action. Train your eye to spot friction. Here's the same hero section, but we've simply remodified the messaging. You can see the improvements here. We have a clear benefit, grow your brand online. There's scannable bullet points. We're using user-focused language. There's a strong call to action, and we've reduced cognitive load. The improved version communicates value in seconds, and that's the goal. Here's another example of a contact page. Problems include polite but weak tone, passive voice, long sentences, no urgency, no benefit, difficult typography, using a script typeface at too small of a size and with too much text really reduces the readability of the content, and confusing alignment. Writing and visual design both matter. Let's see how we can improve this. Let's highlight what's been improved in this version. The revised version has added a clear time expectation. We're using an active voice. There's a direct call to action. We're using a friendly tone. Fewer words are being used, and there's better type hierarchy. Notice the similar pattern across both improved versions. Shorter sentences, clear headings, bullet lists, specific language, user benefits, action-driven tone, less fluff, better hierarchy, and only using a script typeface for large headings with very few words. This is a consistent web writing strategy. Here are some final takeaways. When writing for the web, always ask, can this be shorter? Can this be clearer? Can this be broken into sections? Does this guide the user towards action? Web writing is not about sounding smart. It's about making information effortless. If it feels effortless to the user, then you've done it right.